welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and I am so excited for today, guys. Very excited. So, of course, you've probably been seeing all of these clay rings everywhere, these chunky rings. At first I wasn't sure what to think of them, but I love them now and I really wanted to make some myself and show you how you can make them. I know a lot of people have been making them. There's like businesses popping up all over Instagram that are selling them, but honestly a lot of them are quite expensive considering they are clay rings. So I thought it'd be really fun to show you how to make it yourself and for me to make some too. I think I'll probably be doing a giveaway, so make sure you stay to the end of the video to check out what the giveaway will be. So I'm really excited to show you how you can make them, and I'm really excited to make them myself. So first, let me show you the footage of me going to get all the clay. We found out it was locking down that night, so I went to Michael's and got the stuff we needed. So I'll show you that now. All right, last time before we lock down today. Okay, here's the clay. There's definitely a lot of colors picked through, but there are some good ones. But I'm kind of debating if I want to get like a kit, just expensive, but I do have a coupon. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to get a kit with a bunch of colors or kind of just pick from what's here. I'll let you know. Okay, here are all the colors in between. There's so many, but I kind of like them all. I have to narrow it. I'm trying to think about what kind of rings. I was looking at my Pinterest. Okay, here are the colors. I decided I want to get 2 whites because I know I'll mix some of these to make them lighter and stuff, especially like the yellow and like maybe the purple for some lighter purple. But this is what I eliminated too, and these are $2.99 and these ones are $3.99, so I wanted to try and get these ones to make it a little cheaper. That is the colors. All right, so as you saw, I ended up with this clay here. I mostly am using Craft Smart polymer clay, and then I'm using one Sculpey clay. And I also bought the Mod Podge, which is the gloss finish, to kind of put it on at the end so it's shiny. But a couple years ago, I also bought clay, so I have all this random Sculpey clay. I don't know if it's too old, but at least I have it in case. And then at the time, I also had bought the Sculpey Satin Glaze. So I think I'll do a tester with both of these and see which one I like better. And then that way you'll know which one is better if you want to buy it. And then I also have these random clay things if I need it. I don't know, I thought I might as well pull it out since clearly I've never used it. And I also got a rolling pin because I have some ideas about how I want to like mix the clays and everything. But let's just get on with the DIY. I'm super excited. I also put my phone here so that you'll see like the double time, like you can see what I'm doing while I'm talking. So without further ado, let's get started. And the first thing I honestly want to do is just test some out to kind of play around with and practice cooking them to see what works and what doesn't before we like put a lot of time and effort into our rings, to make sure that I got the right formula to share with you. So see you in a sec. Okay, here is what I have so far. So some of them obviously I can't tell. This is my ring that I put on my finger right here. So I'm still like testing out the sizes because I don't know, they won't be very like stretchy when I get them, but we are just gonna cook these and test it out. Okay, we are testing these out. So it says to do about 15 minutes on 275 Fahrenheit for every 1/4 of an inch. So I figured these were all kind of the same size. So we're gonna try these out and let's test it out. I just turned it off. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to turn off the timer. Okay, let's check them out. It has been 15 minutes. Oh my God, it looks so good. Okay. Oh my gosh. They look pretty good. Okay, let me show you. Sorry. They look really good. I just don't know if they are done cooking. I think I'm gonna put them in for like 3 more minutes. Yeah, they just seem a bit squishy. I don't know if they should be or not. Maybe that's fine as they cool. But let me do it for a little bit longer just to be sure. This is good. This is me testing it for you so you can be sure. I think what I'll do next after these are done and we know how long it takes to cook, I'm gonna show you how to do some of my favorite designs. But I think really also just being super creative is the best way to go too. But I will show you what I have learned so far and some of my favorite styles. So I'm very excited. So let's stay tuned for that. I will let you know when these are ready. Okay, so I did it for an extra 5 minutes and I looked it up and it says like it could be a little soft as it cools. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. So it was 15 plus 5 and I feel like that should be good. I think that's good. I'm gonna see how long they take to cool. I'm just moving it here so it's not in the hot pan anymore. I'm just gonna let them cool. They say to cool it for 15 minutes. So let's see what they look like in 15 minutes. Okay, these look so good. I tried them on. This one's my favorite for sure. Like, looks so good. Look at these. I'm so excited. Let's see if this one fits. They look so good when you put them on. Definitely I need to make some of them a bit smaller. Oh my God. Let me turn that one. That one's a little ugly on the one side. Like, can you believe this? This is so much fun and so cute. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep going. This one is my favorite. I'm gonna make a bunch of these and show you how to make them. I'll show you how to make like the twisties and some other fun ones. This is so much fun. You have to try this. You have to try this. This is so fun. I just feel like my fingers are like, ooh, so cute and colorful. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now and let me show you how I make my favorite styles. Okay, so it's day 2 of the ring making. I am super excited to now show you what I have discovered is my favorite types of rings to make, and also something that I noticed is after one night, the rings like cooled fully and they're much harder and seem more durable. So that is something to note, that maybe they just need like quite a few hours to really truly harden and cool. But I'm super excited, so let me put my camera on here so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so here are our rings so far. Super excited. Now I have a few different ones I want to show you, so let's just get into it. Okay, so what I have discovered is my favorite ring is these thicker ones. I'll take this off to show you. Because I just find that they're really durable, they are pretty cute, and there's a lot of things you can do with them. You can make like the swirlies, you can just have like an open one. I just think they look really good and they're probably my favorite one. We're gonna do a few, but I just thought I'd show you how to make this one because there's definitely a few different ways you can get a ring like this. So, okay, let's do a purple one. Okay, so what you wanna do is just take a little chunk of your clay. Honestly, you don't need too much clay for making these rings. So even if you wanted to pick up like 3 colors so you have a variety, you could make a ton of rings. Okay, so I'm kind of just rolling it into like a little sausage stick thing. And then you're just gonna roll it out. So you don't wanna roll it too flat. That's the key. You wanna roll it so that it is still thick enough. So now all you do is to make it into that ring shape is we are just gonna use this. You don't have to have special tools. You can just use like a kitchen knife. Just make sure you like wash it before you use it with food. Yeah, I just already have these tools, so I might as well use them. Okay, so as you can see, I cut away the sides. I realized I think it's a little bit, just a tiny bit thicker than I'd want. Yeah, so I'm gonna just roll it a little bit thinner. So now what you do basically is just put it around your own finger like this, and then you'll see where it overlaps. So it's this, you can make it this piece way shorter, so it kind of is like this idea, like it's a smaller piece, so it has an opening, and that's kind of good if you want it to be adjustable. I want to close it all the way for this one, so I'm gonna put it over top like this, kind of like this, and be like, okay, I'm gonna cut it right where that is and then kind of just fold it over. So I cut that piece off, and I'm just putting this piece over top. Doesn't really matter what one you put over top, but just to make it look better. Kind of just press it on and literally you got a ring. So now let me show you a few different little designs you can do for this ring, and then we'll move on to the next type of ring. So I really like how this ring turned out. I think I'm gonna mix this pink and this blue. And these scrap pieces, like, just keep to the side, because once you get enough of them, you can just like mix a few colors together and kind of like make your own pattern ring like that. Okay, so let's put those to the side for now. Okay, so we have this one and then this. So you kind of put them together, and then I just start twisting them so they kind of come together, bend them again, and then like roll it out. And you just get like fun designs. You can stop when you like it, you can keep rolling. So let's roll this out. Okay, so then as you can see, this is a totally fun ring. So that is one way to do it. I won't make every single ring with you right now. I'll just show you them as I do it, because you already know how to wrap around your finger now. But I just want to show you different like designs you can do. So you never know what you're gonna get. Super fun. Show you like that. Very cute. So I'm gonna wrap this up into a ring. One more I'm gonna show you for designs, and like I said, you can do now this with any type of ring. If you wanna make a thinner ring, whatever it is, you can use these techniques. And then obviously make it as thick as you want. Okay, so for this one, you're just gonna roll out the two different colors individually. Okay, that's one. On to the next one. Okay, so now that you have your two pieces, just kind of line them up, and we are gonna start twisting them. So all you do to twist is literally just start turning them, and then you can do it tighter or looser. Kind of hold it in place so it doesn't lose its twist, and then you just keep working it. I'm gonna stop here for now because I want to show you another design with these after. Okay, so here you go. You have this. So basically you could just make this ring now, like you just would attach it at the back. But what we're gonna be doing with these twists, so you can totally do that, just turn it right into a ring. Very cute. So you get the idea for how to make that one. But what we're gonna also do is I'm going to roll pin these out to kind of make a fun design. So the harder you press, the thinner it will be. So you also do want to be careful with that. Okay, so now you have almost like this flattened twist, which I think is really cool. So we're gonna make a ring out of this. Kind of just smudge the two together to make the final ring. Okay, and now you have a ring like that. And then like I said, you can also just not roll it and it'll look more like that. So you can kind of choose, you can do both, you can do whatever you want. Honestly, I also feel like the more you do this, the better they turn out. But I also want to show you this one I made. So these are basically just tighter twists. So it created thinner lines than this. So it's really just like what you prefer. Also, I just wanted to show you how to attach things like this little ring right here. Stuff like this, my favorite rings, honestly, I think, is the little flowers. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I just made this little ring. So this is how I make a purple flower, or any flower. You're just gonna take literally the tiniest bit and roll it in a ball, and then I just like squish it with my own finger. So it's like this little circle, and then literally I just take that off of my thumb and stick it right on the ring, like that. That's one little petal. Okay, I think that camera cut off for a second, but this one didn't. But anyways, but then you're just gonna keep making these little circles and kind of attaching them on to make them look like a little flower. You can do 4 petals if you want, but I think 5 looks cute. Okay, and then I like to put a little bit of the yellow. We're gonna use it for the centerpiece. So you're just gonna be doing the same thing. You just, literally, it's like you're making a 6th petal. And then I just stick it right on top in the middle. Okay, and look, it's so cute. I love it. I love doing the flowers. They are so much fun. Now back to these guys. So you can do this with the same color. You can do this with multiple colors. But what you do is just grab the middle, and then you're gonna fold it in half with whatever color you want on the inside and whatever color you want on the outside. You're kind of putting it together. So I kind of realized this was way easier than trying to like lay the colors over top of each other like as a ring, and it's better to just fold it. Now we have this, and then this is your like big piece that you're just gonna make a ring out of. And for this ring, I'm actually gonna show you how you can leave it open. So really, you're just going to form it to a ring, and then you can leave it like that open. Once I put it into the tray, any rings, I like to make sure that I fix them all so they're still very round so they don't harden in kind of a lopsided way. So I'll just put this to the side for now, but I fix it up once it's in the tray. Okay, so another thing to do is just a simple ring. I'm just gonna use this one because it's really cute. So you can do this with one color, you can do this with multiple colors, but really you are just making a simple circular ring. Don't press too hard where you're attaching it and make it too thin. That is worse. Okay, so there's that ring. Okay, so one more design I'm going to show you before we attempt the cow print, which will be our last one. I'm so excited. I'm just going to show you how to do those squiggly ones like this. This is my first one. I'm definitely not a master at it, but I know it's a super popular one and I think it's pretty cute. So let's do it. Now for this one, I'm actually just gonna put our scraps all together. Okay, I like, it's very cute. It's like gonna be mostly purple, which I like. Okay, so now you wanna roll this out and you want it to be pretty long because it's going like do. So it needs to be like much longer. That's why I even end up making that pinky ring for this one the first time because I didn't even roll it long enough. Okay, so this is pretty long. So we're gonna start here. Now here's like a little tiny weak spot that got a bit thinner. So just be careful to try to not make any spots too thin, but it's okay because it kind of squishes together. So we're gonna work with it. So I'm just gonna start, I leave a little bit of extra so I can attach it later. Okay, so this is where we're at. See how much smaller it gets so fast, right? Here you can see that there's like a thinner part, so it kind of is a bit more squished. So that's why you just wanna try to make it as even as possible so it looks as good. But honestly, this looks pretty good to me. So now I just kind of, I'm gonna test it on my finger, and then I'm going to attach these two pieces. Here it is. Very cute. Do you like it? But yeah, those are like the main ones I wanted to show you. There's definitely tons more you can do. You can have fun with like different ways of twisting it. You can just, you know, here's an example of just like the two by itself. You don't have to fold it. Just have fun. I even made like this one over here where I just like flattened it first and then twisted it, and it's just like super random and fun. So really just have fun with it, but I thought I'd show you some techniques that worked for me and made rings that I liked. Okay, so now we're gonna make a cow print. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited. Okay, so here's kind of my plan. What I'm thinking is making like kind of a white piece as like the base, and then making little brown splotches on it and kind of rolling it out. Okay, here's what it looks like. Okay, literally so random. Don't know if this is gonna work. I didn't see anyone do this. This is my technique that I thought I would do with you guys to see if it works. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll it so it's a bit flatter like we did with the other ones. Okay, I feel like that kind of worked. Like I feel like that's a vibe. Is that a vibe? So I'm just gonna kind of use two sides because I'm gonna make two rings because why not? So I'm gonna cut it right down the middle. Okay, does that look like a cow? Honestly, I think that's a winner. I think that's pretty cute. What do you think? I think that's pretty cute. Okay, I'm just gonna turn these into rings really quick. Okay, attempt number 2. Is it a little Dalmatian-y? Maybe. But you know what? We're gonna make it work. Okay, let's see. Okay, I like. Okay, here we go. Does that look like a cow? This one's a bit spotty. I think it's kind of cute. I think you get the idea that it's cow-like. Okay, let me turn these into rings. Okay, those were a fun attempt. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put these in the baking sheet. Let me show you. So kind of like you guys already saw earlier when I was baking them the first time is I just put the parchment paper on. Now what I do is just shape them so that they are round. Okay, so now they are rounder, as round as they can be. They're not gonna be necessarily perfect, so don't worry, they will still go on your finger. So let's put these in the oven, and then we are gonna test out the gloss on the ones that are already dried from yesterday. Okay, so So I tested both of these out. So this is the Mod Podge Gloss, and then this is what I already had that I bought like 2 years ago, which is the Sculpey Satin Glaze. This is the Mod Podge. Obviously they do look pretty similar, but the Mod Podge, I find it looks like white glue dried on it, whereas the satin finish just seems a lot cleaner. So I actually would recommend getting the Sculpey Satin Glaze. I'll put it right here. The Sculpey Satin Glaze I would definitely recommend over the Mod Podge, just because this is like really what it's meant to do, is put that final glaze on it, whereas the Mod Podge, I don't know, it just wasn't as clean of a look, and we want it to look good after all our hard work. So let me show you how to put it on. So really you do not need very much glaze at all. And you're just gonna start just wiping it on. And you just want it to be smooth, you don't want any clumps. Make sure you get the tops and the bottoms. Okay, now you can either let this dry and wait to do the middle, the inside, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, and then that's that. And I kind of let it sit for a second and then like push it so it doesn't get stuck to the parchment paper. Okay, so what is really important about this glaze is I do like this like matte finish. I think it's really cute, but this is it with the glaze on it, and I think the glaze is necessary because I wore these 2 rings out yesterday and they already started getting dirty. Because it's the clay matte texture, the dirt will just stain it, but if it has this glaze on it, I don't think it'll stain it as quickly. Like it won't, like dirt rubbed on it might just rub off a little bit easier. So I really would recommend doing the glaze. I think it's worth it. I think it looks cute. I'm gonna finish doing these guys tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you what it all looks like now, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing for the giveaway. So let's see how they all turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and now it is the giveaway part. So instead of just giving you some of the rings that I've already made, instead I want to do a custom ring for you, because at the end of the day these rings might not fit everyone for whichever finger they want. We all are different, and I think it would be really fun to make you a custom ring. So I think what I want to do is make you 3 different rings of your choice and your color from the colors that I have. You can choose any color combination you want, and it will be a flower ring of your choice. So there's some options here even. Any color combination you want for the flower. I want to give you a marble one of some sort. And then I also want to give you either your choice of a marbly kind of finish, or it can even just be a normal color. So I want to give you one of each of these of your color combinations of your size. So a flower one, a thick marble one, and then a thin one. I think that that would be really fun for you to have, and you can have your own custom rings for free. I'm just really excited. So I'll put all the giveaway details below. You'll have to comment, you'll have to have an Instagram, because I'll contact you via Instagram. So most likely it will be that you're following me on Instagram. You comment your Instagram handle on this video in the comments, and I'll put the rest of the details for what will be happening on Instagram. I hope you win, and I also hope that you have the supplies to make your own and get super creative. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and enter the giveaway, because that's so fun. I can't wait to make one of you a custom ring. So I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye!